Welcome. Welcome back, or maybe just welcome for the very first time to Tours of History. I'm Eden.
And I'm Avery, and we are so excited to have you join us today because we're embarking on what I think is going to be a truly epic journey.
Oh, it's definitely epic. We're not just taking any trip, are we, Avery? We are diving headfirst into the eternal city itself, Rome, Italy.
That's right. Over the next 10, 15 minutes or so, we're going to virtually whisk you away on an immersive 3-day Roman adventure. Think of it as your ultimate guide to seeing Rome's historical highlights, but also, getting a real taste of local life, all packed with practical travel tips.
Absolutely. We'll be walking in the footsteps of emperors and gladiators, seeing some of the most monumental historical sites on the planet. And of course, we'll make sure you know where to grab a delicious bite or maybe an authentic aperitivo along the way.
So get ready to explore ancient ruins, marvel at breathtaking art, and just, really soak in centuries of history. We're going to cover everything from the Colosseum to hidden gems. So without further ado, let's kick off day one in Rome, shall we?
All right, so day one, it's all about immersing ourselves in ancient Rome. And honestly, there's no better place to start than the iconic Colosseum.
Oh, absolutely. The sheer scale of the Eden, it's just mind-blowing. When you step inside, whether you go for a self-guided tour or a guided one, which, by the way, we highly recommend getting arena floor or even underground access if you can, you just feel the history.
Right? You can almost hear the crowds roaring. Picture the gladiators, the emperors. It's wild. And then right next to it, you've got the Roman Forum.
Yeah, the Forum was like the beating heart of ancient Roman life, wasn't it? It was the center of everything: politics, commerce, religion. Walking through those ruins, you really get a sense of how vast and sophisticated that civilization was. And then just above that, you have Palatine Hill.
Yeah, Palatine Hill is great because it offers, a different perspective. It's supposedly where Rome was founded, and the views down over the Forum and the Circus Maximus are just incredible. It's a fantastic spot for photos, actually. And speaking of incredible views, our next stop for the day should definitely be the altar of the Fatherland, also known as the Vittoriano. It's this absolutely massive, brilliant white marble monument.
It really stands out. It's dedicated to Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of a unified Italy, and it's just grand. You walk up to it, and then from the top, you get these absolutely breathtaking panoramic views of the entire city. It really puts Rome's layout into perspective.
It really does. Now, for getting around these sites, you're pretty much walking between the Colosseum, Forum, Palatine Hill, and the Vittoriano. Rome is actually super walkable, especially in the historic center. But for anything further out, the public transit, like the metro, is really easy to navigate.
Yeah, definitely comfortable walking shoes are a must for Rome. You'll be putting in your steps, but every step is worth it. And then, as day turns into evening, we suggest heading over to Trastevere.
Oh, Trastevere is just magical in the evening. It's this charming bohemian neighborhood across the Tiber River. The streets are cobbled, they're narrow, they're winding, and it just has this incredible, lively atmosphere.
It really does. It's packed with little trattorias and charming piazzas. So for dinner on day one, we highly recommend finding a traditional Roman trattoria in Trastevere. Grab a table in one of the outdoor squares if the weather's nice.
Yes, and just soak it all in. You can enjoy some classic Roman dishes like cacio e pepe or carbonara, maybe a glass of local wine. It's the perfect relaxed end to a day packed with incredible ancient history.
Absolutely. It's, a real taste of local life after a deep dive into the past. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of day one. But don't worry, we have 2 more incredible days planned for you in Rome. So day one, we really kicked things off with ancient Rome, didn't we? But now on day 2, we're shifting gears a little bit, heading into the heart of the Vatican, and then exploring some of Rome's incredible Baroque masterpieces.
Yes, day 2 is all about divine art and those iconic fountains, which, come on, you can't go to Rome without seeing them. And we're starting big, right? First up, Vatican City.
Ooh, absolutely. When you step into Vatican City, it's like a whole other world. You're going to want to spend a good chunk of your morning here, starting with the Vatican museums.
And honestly, you have to book your tickets for the Vatican museums in advance. Like, don't even think about just showing up. The lines are just, well, they're legendary, but it's so worth it for what you'll see inside.
It really is. The sheer collection of art, of artifacts, is just astounding. And of course, the grand finale of the Vatican museums is the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one everyone talks about, right? Standing there, looking up at Michelangelo's ceiling, it's just, it's a humbling experience. The scale, the detail, the history, it's really something else. And remember, no talking, no photos in there.
Right, that's an important one. From there, you'll flow right into St. Peter's Basilica, which is it's massive. It's the largest church in the world, and every corner of it is just dripping with incredible art and architecture.
And if you're up for it, if you have the energy after all that walking, we highly, highly recommend climbing the Dome of St. Peter's.
Oh, it's a workout for sure, but the views, Avery, the panoramic views of Rome from the top are just unparalleled. You can see the whole city spread out before you. It's breathtaking.
Absolutely. So, after a morning soaking in all that history and art in the Vatican, we suggest heading back into the main historic center for what we're calling our Historic Center Walk.
Yeah, this walk is amazing because it hits so many of Rome's famous spots. You can start by strolling over to the Pantheon, which is just incredible. It's an ancient Roman temple, now a church, and it's so remarkably well preserved. The oculus, that big hole in the ceiling, is just fascinating.
It really is. The engineering for its time, just astounding. And then, not too far from there, you've got the Church of St. Ignatius. It's a bit of a hidden gem for its incredible trompe l'oeil ceiling painting that creates an illusion of a dome where there isn't one. It's really clever.
From there, you just have to make your way to the Trevi Fountain. Now, be prepared. It's usually bustling, but the grandeur of it, the scale, it's just magnificent. And, you've got to toss a coin over your shoulder, right? For good luck, to ensure your return to Rome.
Oh, for sure. It's a must-do tradition. And then, wrapping up this walking tour, you can head over to the Spanish Steps. It's another iconic landmark, a beautiful place to just, sit and people watch for a bit, soak in the atmosphere.
For transportation throughout this day, again, Rome is incredibly walkable. All these sites are pretty central and well-connected. So just bring your comfy shoes.
Comfort is key in Rome, absolutely. And after such an art-filled and history-packed day, you'll probably be ready to relax. So our recommendation for the evening is to enjoy a rooftop aperitivo. Yes, Rome has some fantastic rooftop bars, many with incredible views of the city. Imagine sipping a spritz or a local wine as the sun sets over the ancient skyline. It's just the perfect way to unwind and reflect on everything you've seen.
It's really that quintessential Roman experience, isn't it? Just enjoying the evening breeze, beautiful views, and some delicious snacks. That really brings our second day in Rome to a beautiful close.
So, we've had 2 jam-packed days exploring ancient wonders, divine art, and those magnificent fountains. Now, for day 3, Avery, I think it's time to unwind a little, but still soak in more history, maybe some of Rome's more hidden gems and vibrant local spots.
Oh, I love that idea, Eden. Day 3 is all about those bustling squares and hidden corners, really getting a feel for Roman life beyond the major landmarks. We're going to start our morning by diving into some of Rome's most charming and historically rich piazzas.
Exactly. First up, Piazza Navona. It's so grand, isn't it? With Bernini's Fountain of Four Rivers dominating the center. It used to be a Roman stadium, actually, the Stadium of Domitian, which is why it has that elongated oval shape. It's just so cool to think about chariot races happening there, centuries ago.
It really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? And from there, you absolutely have to wander over to Campo de Fiori. It's got such a different vibe. During the day, it's this lively market square, bustling with vendors selling fresh produce, flowers, spices. It's just so vibrant.
It is, and at night, it transforms into more of a social hub with restaurants and bars, it actually has a bit of a darker history too, as it was once a place for public executions. So it has this interesting contrast of life and history.
Definitely. And then for something a bit more stately, we recommend Piazza del Campidoglio. This one was designed by Michelangelo himself, and it's just so elegant and harmonious. It sits atop Capitoline Hill, one of Rome's famous 7 hills.
Yeah, it offers beautiful views, and you'll find the Capitoline museums there too if you want another dose of art and history. So after a morning exploring these incredible piazzas, for the afternoon, we've got a couple of really fantastic but different options for you.
That's right. You can choose between the scenic Appian Way or the panoramic views from Janiculum Hill. If you're feeling active and want a unique historical experience, the Appian Way is amazing.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest and most strategically important Roman roads, dating back to 312 BC. You can actually rent bikes and cycle along ancient cobblestones, past Roman ruins, tombs, and even catacombs. It's a really immersive way to experience a huge chunk of history outdoors.
It's almost like a living museum, isn't it? But if you're looking for something a bit more relaxed, with truly stunning views, Janiculum Hill is your spot.
Absolutely. It's one of the highest hills in Rome, and while it's not one of the famous 7, it offers this incredible, sweeping panoramic view of the entire city. It's especially beautiful at sunset. You can just, take a moment, reflect on your trip, see all the landmarks you visited from above.
For getting to these spots, especially the Appian Way, a taxi or public bus might be best to get you out there, and then you can rent bikes. For Janiculum Hill, it's a bit of a climb, so maybe a bus or a short taxi ride, or if you're up for it, a lovely walk.
And then, as our Roman adventure sadly comes to an end, we have a couple of suggestions for your farewell experience. You can, of course, enjoy a classic trattoria meal.
Oh yes, find a cozy traditional trattoria, maybe somewhere off the mean tourist paths, and just savor some authentic Roman pasta, like cacio e pepe or carbonara, with some delicious local wine. It's the perfect way to cap off the trip.
Or if you're feeling adventurous and want to take a piece of Rome home with you, we highly recommend a hands-on cooking class.
That's such a fun idea. Imagine learning to make fresh pasta or a traditional Roman dish from a local chef. It's not just a meal, it's an experience, a memory you can recreate in your own kitchen later.
Exactly. So whether it's a final delicious meal or a fun interactive cooking class, Day 3 offers a perfect blend of lesser-known historical sites and authentic Roman experiences to round out your trip. Wow, Avery, what an incredible journey we've mapped out for Rome. From the ancient grandeur of the Colosseum and Forum, through the spiritual heart of the Vatican and the artistic masterpieces of the city center, right down to those charming, bustling piazzas, and, even getting hands-on with a cooking class. It truly sounds like a trip that covers all the bases.
It really does, Eden. And I think if there's one thing that really strikes me about Rome, after going through this itinerary, it's just how many layers of history are everywhere. Like, you can be walking past the modern shop and then look down and there's a Roman road, or turn a corner and suddenly you're in a piazza that's been there for centuries. It's just mind-boggling, isn't it? The sheer endurance of it all.
Absolutely. It's like the city breathes history. Every cobblestone has a story. And that, I think, is the true enduring legacy of Rome. It's not just a collection of ancient ruins, but a living, breathing testament to millennia of human ingenuity, art, and civilization.
Couldn't agree more. And we really hope this 3-day itinerary has inspired all of you listening to, maybe playing your own Roman adventure. If you enjoyed this episode of Tours of History, please do us a huge favor and subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen.
Yes, and don't forget to rate and review us. It really helps new listeners find our show and helps us keep bringing you these historical deep dives. You can also follow us on social media. We're at Tours of History to see photos and extra facts from our featured cities.
Next up on Tours of History, we're headed to a city known for its stunning architecture, its medieval astronomical clock, and a bridge steeped in legends, where you might just feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale.
That's right. We're talking about Prague. So tune in next time for our deep dive into the historical wonders of the Czech capital.
Thanks so much for joining us on this tour of Rome.
And we'll see you next time on Tours of History.